fellas, let her. We're gonna keep talking about let her. And strictly today, we're gonna let her get mad, get upset, get in her feelings. Better yet, in this process of actually letting her get mad and letting her go, you're basically having her actually not be in your life. So it's kind of like letting her accept everything that she's doing, showing a whole lot of masculineness in you, but getting the job done. And this is the part where y'all can never get the job done. You can have a lot of things work. No contact, ignoring. Can I go on? Yes, I could. But you can have these things work if you complete it. If you have her show you signs, if she comes back into your life, if you slip up one slight bit, it's over. You might just have to start over, or it's over. She sees that you're capping. You don't have it like that. You're not built like that. You're not masculine or a leader like that, okay? And a whole bunch of other stuff. You guys gotta remember, you're a man. Things are in your nature. Same way emotions are in a woman's nature that we're gonna be talking about, okay? So fellas, I wanted to give you guys just kind of an intro to what we're talking about. I gave you more of a longer one today, but hopefully that helped you guys so far. And give this video a big thumbs up. It helps her grow so much. Thank you guys all so much for subscribing. All my new subscribers, and then everybody that's still been supporting your girl. Thank y'all. Check out my website and all the links down below. I was just trying to make sure I didn't forget nothing, and then I wanted to not say too much, but whatever. Okay, so let her get mad. Back to, and I got you guys with the description, right, what we're talking about, but back to emotions. Since we haven't talked about women's emotions in a minute and how they are controlled by their emotions. So letting her be mad, first off the bat, you're letting her, as in sending a message of you're not gonna have your way. So absolutely, the second you take a woman out of something that she's always so used to. So for example, getting her way. For example, having a man buy her something instantly, a man taking her back after her foolish ways, right? So all this plus more other reasons, it's always done a specific way. For her to ever jump into having to understand why it shouldn't be done this way, it's rarely gonna happen. So in most cases, and this is how you can understand it very well, with the alpha guy, she knows better. She knows way better, because it's not the same with that simp or another type of guy, right? That could be underneath or whatever. Remember, these are titles as well, roles, whatever. So with this alpha guy, because she knows she can't get away with a whole lot, this whole being in your feelings, being upset, getting mad, or using your emotions to manipulate and get your way. However, she knows, like I said, with the alpha guy, y'all comment. What is she going to be trying with this alpha guy? She's not going to be trying shit. She's going to try because now it's going to fall kind of in her nature. Back to emotions though, she's going to want her way. She doesn't want to be upset. If she feels a way, she's going to react this way because she's reacting with her emotions. So just that all being said, she has to have it under control. This is the part where alphas will have a woman in control, but in other words, putting her in check. I'll get into that in a second. Now, backtrack. With the alpha guy, yes, the top notch, that's how it works. Sorry, you guys, but we talk a lot about alpha. I know sometimes you guys don't want to hear it, but they're the big dogs, right? So with the big dogs out here, she knows you cannot, or you know what? You did it twice, 2 nights in a row. You cried, you didn't get your way, or you know what? You cried, took you back, however. And she knows, this guy can't get away with so many things, or you can't get away with anything, whatever. It depends, because also being alpha, you can be at like a high ranking of you're so alpha, you're so masculine. However, back to her, she can't get away with too much, so she knows the third night, I can't cry. The third night, you told me you're gonna leave me. The third night, and however, some girls will try, they'll push their luck with certain guys when, they really think they could get away with it. Also, when they think their ego is better and they choose their ego as in, well, I look better, I could do better, I don't care the situation, all these types of things that fall into making the wrong decisions, but not based on what she should be doing, okay? So let me backtrack now to the part of, and I'm sure some of you guys really want to hear about this. Sorry, I was about to say something about, anyways, let me not, my phone's right here, and I had something to tell you guys, but we'll save it for the next video. It's not nothing crazy, it's just, I don't want to throw it right now. So let me just backtrack before I get a little distracted. Fellas, with this whole putting her in check, and now with letting her cry, okay, or I said cry, but I said angry. I really want y'all to just think of emotions, because if you're dealing with different women, or if you deal with this woman being different than the other woman, her emotions are not going to run exactly the same based on her healing. Maybe she doesn't have so much damage. Age can obviously apply, her matureness, right? Awareness, all that stuff will help her based on her emotions, how much she will show, how much she'll give. But just think of emotions as in falls back into she's reacting based on in here. And it's going to show in different ways, whether it's shouting, anger, stiffness. It could be, well, stiffness is not really emotion, but it could be also being closed off, shutting down, types of things like that. So I kind of wanted you guys to just get that real quick, but backtrack. Okay, if you want to put her in check, this is exciting talk to me, and this is going to be a whole different video, but this is exciting because putting her in check can sound so awful. Like, well, why do I have to, first of all? And then secondly, well, what is she? You know, as in like, well, why does she need to be? As in, okay, well, if I do put her in check, she has to live this way. Am I holding her hostage? Some women will say, or guys will say too. But no, it's not about that. And fellas, they're doing a lot. They're just trying to ruin my video today. I'm not going to be negative. I'm not going to take it wrong. But don't mind them. They'll probably be done quick. I don't know what they're doing out there. So back to this. As much as it sounds like a rough thing or a bad thing to do, read between the lines. Women want more aggressive, more dominant men to actually be saying what they want. Stand up for what you actually believe, but more so because it should be in your nature to be a leader, to be a man, to want to say what you want, you know, to stand up. Better yet, to just, like I said, lead, but lead the pack, but back to your girl, you're leading her. That's the parts of where you instantly, or you could get her to the point of being more in tune with her emotions, her feminine side. But because you can get her in check, you're having her submit more. So it's really as simple as you're having her tap into her feminine side. Now, I'll just say this. For some of the guys that really haven't helped women, right? Like, you know, let me talk about women real quick. For the guys that don't help women, and although those women might still need more time, might still need more healing and all these things, although those guys don't do their part, let me say it like that. Instead, what you guys will do for these women is, and this is more so for some guys that are just not for her, but she stays with him. Or those guys that are just not taking her serious, or when it's not a serious thing going on, you know, no loyalty, a whole bunch of messing around. So for those cases, for those women, what's sad is that their emotions, they can't even get connected to submitting or being more feminine around a lot of men because they haven't helped her tap into it. Now, it's not your job, and in other words, also for a guy that's been with a woman for a long time, it's not fully your job. You're really just trying to help her grow. You're really trying to help her see other things, but you can only do so much. That's the part where you have to know the lines, draw the lines, let her go, let her cry, let her be upset, let her go through her emotions alone this time. That's the parts where you guys gotta know what's up. Now, that could actually make you less alpha if you don't. Those are things that you have to consider, because you could be a certain specific type of guy. You can live up to a certain role. You can be masculine for so long. But maybe in moments, like I like to say, you might slip and show a feminine trait. But now back to her, she's not tapped into that feminine trait. She's showing so much masculine traits because she's trying to defend, protect herself. Now, this could, I'm not going to get into it because it's going to be really detailed if I do, but this can be all different types of reasons why she's trying to protect herself and has her guard up. Back to trauma, right? Back to experiences that she's had in her life that makes her want to protect herself. And I could keep going. I really want to keep going. Sometimes I just have to stop because examples will be a lot for me, okay? But you see how there's certain specific things that's affecting her where you are not really the issue, but you could make it either worse, or are they going to get louder? Like, should I get louder? I should start talking like this. But however, back to her, she's still going through her own situations in her own ways, but she still wants your support or needs somewhat of your support. So I really just want to take the focus on her, off of her for a second, and try to just say, like, sometimes a woman will start submitting or finally get to the submitting part of her I guess you could say life or whatever, and some guys will just say, you know, she's just going through a phase, whatever. But some women will really get to this point of their lives because the right man for her, and it's truly that, the right man. And if it's not the right man later on, it's the right man, it feels like in the moment. So the right man has gotten her to be in tune with not being so masculine to feel like she has to protect herself. So letting her go might mean that you're not the man that could do that for her. Letting her go means that and this is how real it is, the same type of thing, same thing happens again, cycles after cycles, after the same changes that you guys made, but still it keeps happening again. The same thing as in, let me give you one more. The same thing as in, you will go do something with somebody else and say you won't do it. All those are the same reasons why when you don't let go and then you keep her around, all you have is a woman that's just going to end up using, manipulating, and getting what she could from you. You can't be the man to actually get her out, but it will be that other guy that she feels like she should submit to him. So that's why I preach heavily, fellas, on you might not be the one for her, but she will never change for a man. A woman might do what she got to do to get what she got to do. Get what she got to do, the 1, 2, 3 things, and then depending on how much she wants or how much she's actually really feeling you, she will stick around longer. But the suffering is from you guys, because y'all got to deal with these different, and I didn't even say different types of emotions in the beginning of the video. I really started off with, the angry part. We see it often, the crying, the sadder parts, the negative parts. That's how it goes. However, we're just talking back to this roller coaster of emotions that women have it in them to be going through. And the discipline, but not only discipline, a lot of times the control a man has to have actually impacting her life is the only way she can act right. But you see, it's now down to you guys, what she wants. There's a whole other, side to this. We're not going to get into it. But the part is that if you can't do it as a fella for her, why are you still trying? If you can see that another man, and this is the sad truth of it, y'all don't want to admit to this because y'all want to keep her so bad. But if you can see that another man can do what you can't, what does that mean? Do I got to tell you? What does that mean? If you can't give her what she wants, will she still stay with you because you can't? She loves you, or she has to, or, it's real, or we're like this, infinity. You can't do it, okay? Some other guy, and it might mean that this guy's way more masculine. I don't know. It's gonna be that right guy, right? But it ain't you. That's what you just gotta take from this video. When she's upset, angry, mad like that, it's from you. Shouldn't be you. You could say this ain't me, but your problem is she could actually be with someone else and not go through that, or she'll go through it differently, but you don't have to be a part of this with her, whatever it is. But now backtracking, if we just talk about her having to actually deal with these emotions or whatever she's hiding, protecting, running away from, voids, not feeling. So many examples. Whatever it is, it's her journey. It's her, don't save me, somebody else will. You should know that. That's a direct message from me to you. She won't tell you this, but this is a direct message as in you're wasting your time trying to get her emotions in line. So fellas, now that we're really getting to the end of the video, give this video a big thumbs up. Thank you. But I just want to touch on this whole keeping her in check before I drop like a whole video of just this, because I would love to talk about this by itself in a separate video. But just to wrap up, just to touch back up to wrap up, I'll say this. Not every guy, or you won't be the guy to actually have her tap into that. So I'm saying if you've been trying for so long, this is the other parts of why I need to do the let her. Because y'all been for so long not letting her go, not letting her deal with her own emotions, her own anger and trauma. Like I was saying, all these emotions. Yeah, it's you not letting her do it. She has to be doing this alone. So basically, if it's gonna take you to, go through some more years, you're just gonna keep wasting your time. But if it's gonna take that, then it's not gonna change what you see now later on. So I'm saying if you want her to give you a reason, or you want to understand why you should stay around, or why she's like this, acting like this, emotional. If you want to cap and give yourself a legitimate, I want to say it again, a legitimate reason to still stick around, then you're still going to be in the same boat later on, but just noticing that she's still the same now and later on. Oh, we're in the future now, and dang, y'all might even be going through more than you were going through when you first met her. When it was first now, and then now is later on. So fellas, y'all gotta get that your control is not really effective. Your control doesn't matter in a lot of women's lives. So y'all gotta understand that as much as y'all keep trying to get her or maneuvering things in her life, thinking you can shift her emotions, all this inside things going on, y'all don't even get, it doesn't even start with you guys. It really starts with her. It really starts with, well, she can start with herself if you leave her alone. Not that you're only the problem, right? A lot of women don't understand that, dang girl, go love yourself, be by yourself, or, you don't gotta necessarily be by yourself, but don't be with everybody or run to somebody else because of this and you're running away, da-da-da. You get me? So fellas, y'all gotta put a stop to your own parts. Your own, parts that you're playing in her life, parts that you're playing to make her behavior, her feelings be validated. So if it means that you can't be the man or you're not the one to be able to put a woman in her place or help her, let me say it like that, because I know in her place sounds a little rough, right? Whatever. But if you can't be the one, or if you're trying to become this guy, you got to get that. If it doesn't happen with you, it's not. So if you can't be this guy, it's not a problem. But y'all got to get that. You got to know you can't be that guy. Because a woman, and this is how we'll really, really wrap up, a woman will keep you in your life. This is back to manipulation, using, right? Giving you some sort of hope, some sort of fate. But you see, all these things is really, her part is, I do this little bit, or, this is what I just got to do. And then the next is, he's the one that could just stop. So who's doing all the role playing? Who's doing all the, I'm buying, I'm spending, going all in for her? It's really y'all. So I'm going to stop this video at this. I would really keep going, but I talked a lot already. So I'll stop it at this. Give me a big thumbs up. Let me know if you want more videos like this, other topics per usual. And y'all, if you have not checked out all my links, especially my website, check it out. Y'all see me in my next video. Bye guys.